Hey guys, so I am just making this video about this Gillette deal in case anybody else knows any more information about it. Alright, you know this part of the deal. Use the buy the cartridge, get the razor free coupon, and you can use it 10 off of 30 because that's close enough to be $30. My store, the razor is $12.79. The cartridges are $16.99. So that's how that works. Alright, these disposable razors are 11.29 in my store. You know, when it's buy one, they're buy one get one half off. So one's 11.29, one's 5.64, and we have a BOGO coupon with a max of $14.99. So it should be able to take off the 11.29, and then we also have $2 off coupons to be able to use on the one that you're getting for free, right? Or the one you're paying for, you should be able to take $2 off of it. All right. First store I went to, I was trying to do 4 of these and 2 of the other 2 set and 6 of the newspapers. So that's this receipt. I'm sorry, I'm in my room, y'all. I just got off work. Okay, focus. All right, there's the cartridges, the razor. There are my newspapers at $2 a piece. I had two $10 off of 30 Gillette coupons, the $2 coupons for the $2 off the refill. Oh, y'all didn't even see the razors on here because we voided them out. But it was $2 off the refill for the cartridges, and then two $2 off coupons for the razors. And I had 30% off, which worked this deal, honey. I paid with a $4 extra book that was rounded down to $3.24. But for some reason, my BOGO coupons for the razors, they would only let the computer was literally telling him he could only type in 564. So I was like, what? Of course I'm not getting them if I got to pay the $11.29 just to get the one that's 50% off for free. You know, like, no, I ain't doing it. So I was like, I don't know. Maybe it was because I gave him the $2 coupons first. So either way, with my newspapers and everything and just the $4 extra care book, my subtotal was $0. I paid $1.76 because he was like, oh, you know, this is my favorite store. And he just let me keep the $2 coupons on there from the razors, even though I avoided those off. So I was cool with that. All right. So then I went to another store and I said, you know what? I'm not going to get the cartridge and the refill. Because I had a 10 off of 30 that was expiring. That's why I was trying to work this deal. I said, I'm just going to get the disposable razors, right? And I said, you know what? Maybe this is like the CoverGirl where you have to hand them the BOGO coupon first. So that's what I did. Here we go, razors. And then I did the L'Oreal deal because these L'Oreal lip balms, I love these things, y'all. I know this color looks dark, but it shows up nothing like that. It's literally a lip balm, and it makes your lips so soft. I love them. Okay, anyway, I did 2 of those at $7.79, and they're my newspapers. For some reason, the early edition, I didn't even realize the stores had early edition Sunday papers. They're $1, and they have the inserts in them, so I bought those. I didn't know I got those, but that's what I got. Then I ended up having to get this little bitty Orbit thing that was 69 cents because my subtotal was like super negative, okay? Yes. So I used a 10 off of 30 coupon. These, I told him to do the 2 BOGO coupons. They did have to be verified by a manager just because of the max value on them, which I understood. I said, okay, that's fine. Then it wouldn't take my $2 off coupons for the razors. Like, he scanned it, and I don't know what the computer was saying. He wouldn't tell me what it was saying, but he was just like, no, you can't use these. Those are $2 coupons for the L'Oreal. They expired on the 31st. This is it an extra care book? Yeah, because with my newspapers, it was still like $16. So I gave him $17 in extra care books. But then my 30% jumped back on there. Because for some reason my 30% wasn't, he must have didn't press subtotal. So my 30% wasn't showing up, you know, because it adjusted the amount after coupon to say what 30% is going to take off. And it popped back up. So my subtotal was negative. It was higher than this. It was like negative something. I don't know. Because I had to buy something. It was like negative 55 cents after tax. So that's why I added in the gum. So I had a negative 344. Tax was 351. So I paid 7 cents for 6 newspapers, 2 L'Oreal, and 4 of the Venus disposable razors and some gum. And I got back a $5 extra care buck. So even though in this transaction I did spend $17 in extra care, but I was expecting to spend it anyway because after L'Oreal with the coupons, I was gonna spend the money on that, but just get the $5 back. But whatever, that's not important. L'Oreal spent $15, get 5. These are $7.79. If your store accepts expired coupons, you have $2 coupons. Today's newspaper gave you $1 off coupons. Yeah. So anyway, that's what I really want to know about. If you know any more information about the BOGO coupons and the $2 off any disposable razor coupons as to what has to go on to make these coupons go through. Are you having the same issues as I'm having? Because I've only seen one person, 2 crazy coupon moms. I saw her transaction last night and she didn't mention anything about having any issues with the coupons. So I was just kind of wondering why it was so hanky for me. But all right. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.